Although we tend to think of colleges and universities as forward-thinking, liberal bastions, since they have been historically white-dominated, including their establishment and maintenance, institutions of higher education are not immune from racial battle fatigue. Rather, they often inflict it upon indigenous scholars, scholars of color, and women scholars.
In our co-edited book, Racial Battle Fatigue in Faculty, Perspectives and Lessons from Higher Education, published by Routledge in January of this year, we examine faculty of color's experiences in higher ed, adding to the literature by considering faculty working at various institutional types, including community colleges, teaching-focused colleges and universities, and research universities. Institutions also vary in terms of the populations they serve, including predominantly white institutions, historically black colleges and universities, Hispanic-serving institutions, minority-serving institutions, and tribal colleges and universities. And faculty, including those who are tenured, tenure track, and non-tenure track, with a special emphasis on faculty who hold quote-unquote diversity-related fellowship positions. Salient themes that emerged from our analysis include hiring experiences, white epistemology, sense of not belonging, experiencing microaggressions, and invisibility being ignored.
Non-white faculty members face differential hiring practices, and this includes scholars applying for academic positions at institutions of higher education. For example, our examination revealed that in many cases, non-white scholars are viewed as no more than the token minority hire, a box to be checked off for affirmative action reporting purposes. This means that they start off on shakier ground than other hires who are white, which will breed confusion and or resentment on the part of white colleagues and students, and may ultimately result in an ill departmental fit in the future. Thus, back on the job market, these diverse scholars find themselves. In the current pandemic, colleges and universities are undergoing hiring freezes. It goes without saying that the positions least likely to be filled are those that are viewed as token in the first place. Thus, indigenous and scholars of color who might have had a chance, even though that chance in and of itself was disingenuous, may now have even less of a chance of being hired during this COVID-19 moment. Related, our analysis showed that sometimes those very positions created to celebrate and encourage faculty diversity, such as diversity fellowships, proved self-serving for the institution, but resulted in placing a strain on the careers of the faculty who held them. That is, these types of positions tend to bring with them regular teaching loads alongside heavier than normal service loads. For example, diversity fellows are asked to advise diversity-related clubs, sponsor diverse speakers, etc. While service work, especially that which is diversity related, is important, service work typically holds less weight than academic scholarship. Moreover, diversity related fellowship positions tend to be temporary, non-tenure track engagements. This means that scholars of color and indigenous scholars who hold such positions teach the same load as others and are expected to spend more time on service related activities, which undermines their time to devote to scholarship, thus making them less competitive on the job market in the future, a market they will inevitably be on again if their positions are temporary. We are concerned that under current conditions, temporary positions will be altogether slashed due to strained college and university budgets. While diversity fellowships are certainly imperfect, they are at least employment in higher ed, and the likelihood of any positions that are seen as expendable surviving the pandemic is little to none. We encourage that department chairs, deans, associate deans, chief diversity officers, faculty affairs personnel, and human resources personnel purchase and read our book.